Section 5. Service documentation. Service documentation is similar to a receipt. It acts as a proof of the services you have provided. All DSPs are responsible for recording the services they provide. Formats and styles of documentation vary. Module 2. The Bill of Rights for People with Developmental Disabilities and the NADSP Code of Ethics. Section 1. The Bill of Rights for People with Developmental Disabilities. The rights of people with developmental disabilities were written into Ohio law in 2000. 24 rights are listed. There were many rights not listed. The best way to recognize if a person you are supporting has a particular right is to ask yourself, do I have the right? One of your main responsibilities is knowing and understanding the rights of people with developmental disabilities. People with developmental disabilities have the right to be treated at all times with courtesy and respect and with full recognition of their dignity and individuality, to an appropriate, safe, and sanitary living environment that complies with local, state, and federal standards and recognizes the person's need for privacy and independence, to food adequate to meet accepted standards of nutrition. People with developmental disabilities have the right to practice religion of their choice or to abstain from the practice of religion, of timely access to appropriate medical or dental treatment, to access to necessary ancillary services, such as occupational and physical therapy, speech therapy, behavior modification, and more, to receive appropriate care and treatment in the least intrusive manner. People with developmental disabilities have the right to privacy, including both periods of privacy and places of privacy, to communicate freely with persons of their choice in any reasonable manner they choose, to ownership and use of personal possessions. People with developmental disabilities have the right to social interactions with members of either sex, to access to opportunities that enable people to develop their full human potential, to pursue vocational opportunities that will promote and enhance economic independence. People with developmental disabilities have the right to be treated equally as citizens under the law, to be free from emotional, psychological, and physical abuse, to participate in appropriate programs of education, training, social development, and habilitation. People with developmental disabilities have the right to participate in decisions that affect their lives, to select a parent or advocate to act on their behalf, to manage their personal affairs, financial affairs, based on individual ability to do so. People with developmental disabilities have the right to confidential treatment of all information in their personal and medical records, to voice grievances and recommend changes in policies and services without restraint, interference, coercion, discrimination, or reprisal, to be free from unnecessary chemical or physical restraints. People with developmental disabilities have the right to participate in the political process, to refuse to participate in medical, psychological, or other research or experiments,